What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Don Illuminati, back with another video. So I literally just got up here, turned the mic on, and said, you know what, just go ahead and push the button. I really didn't have a topic, but I figured we'll get into it. You know what I'm saying? I find that a lot of content creators, which is funny to me, I don't know how you could run out of topics or subjects to speak on, because every time we turn on this internet, it's always not just one, but a few or many things to talk about. I don't want to continue to keep speaking against people who are trying their best to put the knowledge out. But even those people, if they don't got it right, they got to be corrected, right? Just as someone just pretty much, I guess, corrected me in my comment section, and shout out to him, CJ, what is his name? Burner CJ. On one of my last videos, when you, I guess I was speaking about the only people that I knew that was raptured was Enoch and Elijah. Well, he said, please don't use rapture, Enoch and Elijah were translated. And I'm thinking like, because my first thing is, when somebody trying to show me correction, I'm trying to see where they coming from. I'm not trying to say, oh, I know everything, and you know what I mean? Or it's that's what it is, right? Because I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, well, the word rapture technically ain't even in the Bible. So it's not even a biblical term, right? So we shouldn't even really be using that word. But if you use rapture, the word rapture means to be basically placed out of harm's way. I never heard a story of Enoch or Elijah being in harm's way to the point where they needed to be translated, which would have been raptured. So if they were just taken, then they technically, biblically and technically was not raptured. Because in order to be raptured, you got to be picked up to be placed out of harm's way, like we are for the wilderness. Even if the cops was to put you in a safe house, if you were to be a witness to a huge crime for dangerous people, and you were the witness and you witnessed against them, they got to put you in witness protection. So they're gonna pick you up and gonna place you something different. That's a rapture. So I appreciate that, bro. I like the terminology. Translated. We're going to use that for now on, because technically, like we just said, it wasn't raptured. All right. So anyway, I was talking about, I don't like to try to constantly get on people who are dedicated to doing the work of God, trying to do the will of God. But when you see people who, you know, it's like, so what? You got a nice ass sword, right? It can kill people. It can cut. It's sharp already, right? But who says that the sword can't get any sharper? So because of the fact that you're a sword, you should allow yourself to be sharpened, period. Right? And you gotta take the sharpening. You ain't taking the sharpening if you ain't picking up and moving along what you've been sharpened with. Like how I just used that as an example. We're gonna use the word translated when it comes to Enoch and Elijah. Now that's sharp. Appreciate that, soldier. Shout out to your boy, right? That's the kind of people I need on my channel. They're not afraid to jump in there and say, oh, look, let me help this brother. And even the way I see it, if you don't see it that way, then cool. But I'm going to try to sharpen him. Right, bet. And I'm going to allow that, because that's the kind of activity we get down with around here. Mind you, you never know who on that other end. You never know who you're dealing with. You never know who you're talking to, right? All right, bet. And you never know who the Most High sends to you to give you a little bit of that word. So stay open and stay open to be able to receive when God is going to be using people to be in your life. So all the time, they don't got to be preachers or pastors or prophets or anything. But keep your ears in tune for the Spirit in case he wants to speak something, right? So I want to get on something right now, what I wanted to talk about. And before I get up on any of my videos, any of these videos that I start, and I had to tell the Lord, today, I'm trying to be cool. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no crazy stuff. But I be asking him to pour his spirit in me. And then when I get up here and I start yelling, and you niggas out there talking about this, that, and the third, and we got to work on this and our personalities and our nigga, yo, listen, let me tell you something. That's when you're going to have to mind your business. Because when the Most High is using his vessels, listen, I'm not getting up here to do this shit for y'all. I'm wasting my damn time. I'm not doing this for nobody. So You got to understand that I'm being used as a vessel. I'm not getting up here because I want to. I don't. What I want to do is the work of the Lord. If this wasn't the work of the Lord, you think I'd be doing this because I care about people? No. I would do it to make this civilization better and people, right? And somebody got to stand up for that. But it's not going to be that personal, dog. It's not personal at all that I get up here and show my face. Now, it is encouraging for me to get up here when I start realizing, well, dang, the subscriber count has been very stagnant. But even though my subscriber count moves little by little, right? I'm like, look, there was about 4 to 5 people that just came in, right? Okay, I know it ain't a huge, big difference, but it's a difference that I can see. So the fact that there's still people coming into the channel, this is all a part of the elevation. If the channel was elevating, then so is the spirit of God, so is the knowledge, so is the content, so is, my spirit, and the things that I'm able to initiate over here on this platform, right? So this is all about elevation. And you see that we open for elevation. A person who's not going to allow, how do you become a leader if you got your ears closed and your eyes closed to the people? What are you leading? What you're really leading is complications that other people have in their life, different perspectives, problems and situations, circumstances that are coming from other people that you may have to show the result of conclusions verbally by using, what do you call that? What was that word? Paternal thinking or something like that. When you're going off on all of your past histories and experiences and things that you learn from other people, when you're putting them into consolidation to teach others, right? So you don't necessarily have to go through the experiences to be able to teach people from circumstances and situations that you seen, or you came out with a conclusion that you could see suitable, which was beneficial, the pros or the cons to how you're going to operate in those situations. So when you're being very observant to these things in other people's lives, other people's compliments, or complaints, because a lot of the time that's what you're going to deal with when you are a person or a figure of authority. Think about it. If you're a police officer, you get called to the job, most of the time they hear somebody complain about somebody else that did something. Now you're supposed to be showing order by what? Not by your badge and your gun and your chest all poked out, but by the knowledge that you got. Code such and such, this person is in, you know what I'm saying? So if you go by the book on things, so we're talking about the book of law. The Lord has his own book of law. So we go back to the book on things and we observe people's personal circumstances. And then we observe the book and the circumstance and we come to a conclusion. This is where the word is going to be quick, sharp, and powerful than any two-edged sword. And when you're a vessel that allows the Lord to use you specifically for those reasons, we don't get up here and do everything that we want to do. So when you see me up here, and if you see me yelling and spitting across the camera and all that, listen, let me tell you like this. That was the Most High that poured into me, and he's also orchestrating. So whoever don't like it, nigga, that's your problem. They ain't got nothing to do with me. It don't. I'm over here operating in the vessel. If the Most High wanted your eyes to see what he wanted you to hear, and he know what's good for your spirit, he would have put that person in front of you. And more than likely, he put so many people in front of you that he actually had to lead you here because you were fucking hard-headed. So he needed somebody to scream at you and yell at you, because let me tell you something, that's not me screaming at you. It's not. If I told you I'm a willing vessel and I get up here and I pray every day before I do a video and I tell the Most High, take over. And a lot of times, I'm going to say 30% of the time, I ask the Most High, please don't go into this. Because there's a spirit that comes on me, dog. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. I don't get a chance to be me much up this motherfucker, man. You feel me? I get to going and then doosh, he hits me with a spurt of energy. You think that that's what I carry around with me all day, every day, and I got this certain personality that you see. But you also seen different sides of me up here as well. This is one of them. That's why I asked the Most High today, Lord, all that juice, let's use it when it's time to get physical or something, because seriously, I'm looking at it the same way other people looking at it. You don't think so? Dog. Why do you think I would sit here and ask the Most High, look, Lord, that's not the kind of energy I'm trying to get today, but sometimes he don't care. You understand? But a lot of times when I ask him that, he won't do it to where you will see me get up here and I'm spewing out this aggression. That aggression comes from the Spirit of God, whether you want to believe it or not. So if you constantly sit there and you think that that's my aggression, you got it wrong. If that was my aggression, I wouldn't be on camera. I wouldn't let you see me in a personal circumstances where I'm pissed. If I'm in the personal circumstances, I will use that as a testimony to tell you or to show you the strength of my faith or where I'm at, the things that's happening. But you're not going to see no aggressive parts with that. You're not going to see like Don's real anger, like mine. My anger that you would see if I'm out of that Bible, right? If you talk about righteous anger, that ain't your anger. That ain't your anger, dog. So when you get mad over things that anger is aroused because you got the Spirit of God in you. And that Spirit of God in you don't belong to you. That belong to God. Your spirit belongs to God. Nothing belongs to you. So all that is coming from him. So if you got righteous anger, that's coming from the Spirit of God. You feel what he feels. So a lot of times people hide that and he's not able to express how he feels out here. He uses his people to express his messages and the way he is, the way he sees things, the way he views things, especially you Israelites. So he uses people to put it right there in your face. And when they got to see the mirror reflection in themselves, they hate the person who holds up the mirror. Nigga, I'm only showing y'all you. I show y'all who y'all are in this Bible. The Most High tells us who you guys are in his Bible. I don't like to get started with my shades on too much anymore, right? People be wanting to see your eyes, right? They might want to see if you high or not. I don't know. They want to see if you a real person. But like I said, I got 5 new subscribers that came in or whatever. So I don't want to just jump on the next video in which they might be intrigued to say, you know, oh, there's that guy again. You feel me? You might not notice me with the shades on, or you might notice some type of non-connection. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. But let me tell you why we do put these lights on. You see lights all over the place, right? It's showing you one light, but it ain't one freaking light, my nigga. It's like 3 lights, bro. You feel me? So you got the ring joints and you got the regular joints. So, when you outside in your car or whatever, even if you in the sun, like throw some shades on, whenever you feel like it, bro. Whenever you feel like it. Like if it's too bright for you or you got bright right in your face, see what I'm saying? Like, I don't gotta have it, but you can tell, you understand that it's pretty bright, right? Okay. You might say, well, turn the lights down. If I turn them down, then that ain't gonna glow as well. So, I can turn them down and I can do a little comfy stream and all that. And yeah, I don't have shades on when I do those, but I rarely do those because I'm trying to read things most of the time and see things, and it's good to be in the light, right? All right, bet. But if you gotta have shades on, why, right? Okay, well, when I go outside, it's plenty of light out there. I get plenty of sunlight. Also, I wanted to tell you what I was doing, and maybe y'all should be doing it. But I started this about 2 years ago after I built my greenhouse or whatever. And I know y'all probably haven't heard me talk about it. You probably haven't seen it, updates on it, nothing like that. Well, I actually been working. I've been planting a lot of shit. Gardening, greenhouse, whatever you want to call it. So I got my greens. I got watermelons growing. So by the time it's about 90 days is up, I'll have I should have, it says 2 to 4 watermelons per seed it will grow, right? So I dropped 40 joints in there. So even if it did 2 per joint, I have like 80 watermelons. If it do 4, then damn, we giving some watermelons out around this mug. You hear me? Either way, by the time this is said and done, it don't matter. We're going into a land or a situation where it might be famine soon, right? I'm going to be over here looking like I was the last season when I had all this shit growing. I got to go get this shit to my neighbors. If not, the shit going to sit around me and rot, bro. I got stuff sitting there dropping off of stuff. I got to go in there every day and clean shit up off the floor that I'm still going to eat, dog. Dude, the floor is, you're going to eat it off the ground. If it's good still, it grew out of the ground, you wash it off. That's it, dog. You know, it's crazy because y'all would drop something on the ground and throw it away, but when it's time for gardening, you drop it off the ground, you pulling it through the dirt, you just wash it off. Nah, don't use no soap. Just use water. What's wrong with y'all? Right? Do I use soap? No, I don't. Do I use water? Yes, I do. But when I first found that out, I was like, yo, what the? They say, well, it's natural for your immune system, right? It's natural to eat anything that came out of the ground for your immune system. So if it got a little bit of particles of where it came from and what built it, I mean, you're not going to sit there and necessarily just eat dirt all day. But, you know, you're not going to have no problems think about when your cup is filling over, right? It'd be nice if you could take some of that's spilt on the ground and put it in another cup. See, when it comes to liquid, you can't do that. But when it comes to produce, hey, man, that is spilled on the ground. It don't matter who eat it, me or my neighbors. It's got to be eaten now. Because by the time the plants start just dropping this shit off the door, that's because it's finished. It's literally already at the point where it's going to start to rot. And the plant don't want it to rot on the plant because it's going to cause diseases and infections in the plant. So the plant will naturally just drop it. So it doesn't have to produce. It's like, yo, I got so much more I can produce over here, right? So think about when you're dealing with a bad apple, a bad fruit, a bad woman, right? Or if you're a woman, a bad man, right? You drop that fruit so it doesn't harm you, right? That way you got room for more produce to come through, right? That can edify you properly, right? Okay. So I'm growing my greens. I'm growing tomatoes. I got the little cherry tomatoes and stuff like that. I think of things that grow very quickly that you can eat, especially lettuce. So I got 3 different types of lettuce growing. And you might say, and listen, I'm never going to stop the seeding process. When you are in season, you never stop seeding. That's the thing. That's the thing about it. It's almost like math or being a computer network engineer. You never stop going to school for computers. See what I'm saying? Now, they might have found out everything about biology and the human body and this, that, and the third, and tissue, this, that, and the third. Somewhere down the line, a doctor may be finished with his school because you done learn everything it was about the human biology. There's nothing new coming up. Maybe study new diseases and stuff like that, but that's a different thing of things, right? But when in computers, they constantly evolve. It's evolution. So you got to constantly stay in school for that. So you got to maintain, right? You got to maintain the knowledge. But when it comes to gardening, you got to maintain that as well. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to plant everything right now, just water it through the season and just watch everything grow. And then when it's done, no. Once you use your baby trays, right? Once they're babies and it's time to take them out of them trays and put them in buckets, use that tray over again. You put more babies in there. You should always have them coming. You should always have baby everything. Babies, miniatures, da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. It's time for me to take the babies out already again and plot them and plant more. Dog, I don't care. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Because by having too much, sometimes when the cup is over full and it's filling over, right? Sometimes that can still bless you. You know when they say when your cup is overflowing, let somebody else get their cup and it'll overflow in there? Well, shit, nigga, I might charge you for that. I might. It depends on how generous I might feel. If it feels deservingly to give it to you, if God puts it on my spirit, then that's what'll be done. But I just want to show you how sometimes when your cup overfills, it can benefit you. Therefore, when you want to get some new stuff, you got new money, right? You got old material, old furniture, stuff like that, right? Okay, well then how do you squeeze this new material in when you got all your furniture still in the house? Well, therefore, it's going to take you getting rid of something, right? Now, you can either throw it in the trash or you can have a yard sale. Which one is more beneficial? Think about it. Your cup is overflowing. Just because it's overflowing and you can buy new furniture, that don't mean that you can't have a yard sale and sell the ish that you had, especially if you took care of it. Is it still nice? Did you maintain it? Right? Right. Exactly. Because I'm going to tell you like this. I ain't giving nobody nothing that I won't use. If it's something that I wouldn't use or I wouldn't take from another person as a gift, I'm trashing it. I would never give it to nobody else. Unless you see me getting ready to trash it and you're like, yo, hold on, I'll take that. Sure, bro. Nah, I wouldn't even do that. Like if it's something I can afford to buy and get you new, I'll just do that. If you really needed it that bad. But there's a furniture set and it's just like $1,500, $2,000. I got a $3,500 set. Probably used to be about 45, 50, something like that. That to me is trash. It's in my garage. I got a new joint already. I didn't throw it out yet already. But why? Because it's an overfull spilled cup that's literally just sitting there. I can donate it to somewhere. Only why? Because like I said, to me it's trash because I'm done with it. But to somebody else, I know the quality of it is better than what I bought. But its odor is done. You feel me? But as far as you getting knockout rests on it, every end has a recliner, all that goofy stuff, dog. It's big, comfy couch. Big, really comfortable. One day, I might fall asleep in my garage and say, move all this shit off. I'm going to knock right out there, and I could, right? But sometimes that could even benefit you. But see, what I'm saying is you just got to stay maintaining the season. Because especially with lettuce can grow every 30 days. So if you think about, okay, well, how many heads of lettuce did I grow right now? One seed will grow between 1 to 5 pounds. Or, no, excuse me. One seed of lettuce grows between a half a pound to a pound of lettuce, right? So you gotta think about these things. How much lettuce are you going to eat through the month? Am I really going to eat that much? Maybe not. But I know between me, my neighbors, and other people, the same thing with the tomatoes. Because right now, I just counted the other day, the one tomato plant. I'm looking at like 80 tomatoes growing them up right now. You ever seen that? On one tomato plant? I'm talking about all big ones at the same time, dog. Remember, see, the thing about tomato plants, they got their own seeding process. Once the seed gets planted, you start all to see the little babies, right? So other than lettuce, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, with lettuce, you got to continue to seed. Why? Because when you pick that out, it's done. It's going to grow as much in the season unless you just pick off the leaves. You pick off the leaves, you'll get more out of the plant because it'll continue to keep producing. So I got so much lettuce, dog. I already know for a fact right now, I ain't eating all this. But some people are going to help me eat it. I know for a fact right now, when you check in the closets and all that your boy been storing up since, I had to throw away a lot of shit from the first pandemic. But after that, about 2 years ago, we had another scare. I don't know if y'all remember it or not. We all ran out there talking about, prepare. I told you, I said, prepare. I told you, you got a good 6 months from January the 20th to June the 20th, which is coming up, by the way. June 20th is the 666, y'all. Whether you believe what I'm telling you or not, June 20th, 2026. You're going to say, how do I get that? Well, 6/20/2026. Spin it backwards. It's 6/20/2026. If you do the barcode language and you know how to do math, you'll see that this June 2026 is like the 666 date. I can't show you how I'm going to bring it out to you. You got 1/6/20/26. 20 is 1, 2, 20, 26. That's 3 2s. Those 3 2s equals a 6. Then you got the 6 from the 2026. So you got 666. But if you look at the series of the numbers, it's formulatic. It's like you could take those words and put them in a formula. You could take those numbers and put them in a formula. I could show you some other time, but we ain't want to really talk about that right now. But I'm telling you right now, this calendar date that I got is getting ready to happen in about a month. Now, I don't know if Leviathan and the spirit of Leviathan is coming out to take over now or what, but we literally a month. How could, I'd be surprised if some ish popped off, say today, tomorrow, a few days from now, next week. And that started it. I'd be surprised. But at this point, anybody feeling like it can happen at any given time, right? On my calendar, I got a month left. A month and 2 days. How much you think can transpire between now and a month from now? Going into the summer, going into the heat, going into cropping season, right? We're going to experience a lot of issues when it comes to the crops. Then everybody's going to wish you did something, right? Like store, prepare. God gave you people ample time to realize you was in the last freaking days. And one of these days was going to pop off and there was going to be famine. You said out of your mouth, we're going to wait until it happens and we're just going to bum rush everything. That's the dumbest idea I ever heard. Versus running an orchestration before the shit even happened for a lot of you niggas, but you didn't have no balls. So you scared. You scared because, somebody might see you clocking some ish off, right? Listen, I'm talking about if you ain't got it. If I didn't have it and the Lord wasn't supplying me the weight and I knew what was on the brink, bro, I'd be hitting every grocery store up knowing not a motherfucker that gonna stop me, dog. I gotta get my food and I gotta get to a nice, secure location. But let me tell you how these niggas is. They scared to death. Yo, take this ride. We're gonna do a lick. We need a lick. Why? You said you was broke. You ain't had no money. You ain't got no food. You hungry. You coming over my house thinking I'm obligated to feed you, nigga. No. I'm obligated to take you in my car. We going to the nearest spot and you gonna lick off, dog. That's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm not gonna just feed you, dog. You feel me? Did you prepare? Was you doing what I asked you to do when it was time to prepare? No, you wasn't. You can ask any of my niggas. You ever come around here hungry expecting me to feed you? Nah, they don't want to come here like that. You know why? Because you know I'm going to take you out on a lick. That's where we're going. And where I'm going too. Nigga, my tag on nigga, you getting the fuck out, bro. And you going to get what you need. And I'm going to help you get out of there by any means necessary. Right? But what you're not going to do is show up at my door talking about you ain't got no bread. You looking for something to eat right now, but they ain't got nothing to eat. You ain't go do your EBT? How the f do I got EBT and you don't? How? Why? Oh, you didn't take enough time? Well, they BS me. They BS me too, dog. You don't think they was gonna BS me? I pull up in the beam, nigga. I walk into the office with this shit on, dog. Like, nah. Before when I used to go in the EBT office, I used to take all my jewelry off, all that, go in there like that. Lord said, nah, don't do that. You ain't even got to do that. They know. Why? Because you're going to go in there and you're going to tell them. You're going to go in there and you're going to show them. You're going to show them everything they need to see. And God has set me up so well with everything they need to see. They can't deny. You're right, man. Here you go. Yo, bring on the extras. 3 months, 4 months behind on. We didn't give them this and that. So you've been going through this for, bring on a whole 4 months. Get that to them too. Oh, shoot. And tomorrow it clicks in again and they put me back at the right price. $300 a month again. So they just paid up me $3 that they owe me and I get another one tomorrow. What you talking about? And that's actual food. I got a garden full of food. But I am preparing. Don't you get that? I'm doing anything I can necessary to prepare. Why would I be doing such a thing? Didn't I tell you that the Most High was telling me things? You don't think that was one of the things he was telling me? I tell him, should I tell my people to you? He's basically looking at me like, if you want. But they already know the words out. You just be another nigga in the mix to tell them. Sure, Lord, I'm going to tell them. Okay. But I was telling you for you. When I wanted to tell them, they did not listen because I told them to. So you could take heed and you could let the rest say, oh, the Lord's going to take care of us and all of y'all that's doing this, that, and the third. And da-da-da-da-da. Nah, nigga. Nah. You were supposed to prepare. So what the Most High eventually, probably more than likely going to do for some of you who didn't have the means, you're going to find a guy like me That's what's going to happen. And he's going to send us straight to you. And we're going to help you out. Because you didn't prepare because you couldn't. You didn't have the means to, but God didn't. If that was the case, you prepared in your heart. Don't worry about it. Like I told you, what are you going to do? I already know what our job is. You think our job is just out here taking money out? No. We feeding people too, dog. Food and bread, which is the word of God. That's what he got soldiers doing. Who else to do it, dude? We're going to be out there. We're going to be out there. So you think he got us out there just for one thing? How could he have us out there just for one thing if before we went out there, we was already in your face preaching, giving you the bread, telling you why we're going to be out there? You need to understand who's going to be out there and what they're doing and why. But you want to keep saying everything else, so we can't fucking help you. We can't help you, dog. And you want to die. And we might take your shit. You think it's a joke? The Lord said, shut your eyes. Let you see with your eyes, hear with your eyes, open your heart, and convert and be healed. When we bring you this understanding, and you still don't want to understand the task that we on here, well, we just going to shut your eyes. We're going to take your bowl of cereal, nigga. And we're going to give it to the next person who wants to understand the Lord's judgment here and who he's deciding to use to do so many things. So, do you understand your job if you was 144,000? Do you? Do you know all that comes with it? No, y'all don't. But it's a lot. This job wasn't meant for no lazy people. This job wasn't meant for people who wasn't going to take initiative physically. Remember, faith without works is dead. He told y'all repay Babylon. Y'all niggas ain't doing shit. You still telling me that God's going to come and rain fire and do all this shit. Even when he rains fire, he ain't destroy. Dude, we repaying Babylon. God is not raining shit, fire, nothing until we do what the fuck he told us to do. You think nigga, he called the prophecy. He said we was going to repay him. Then damn it, that's what the hell is going to happen. And we're going to repay him before any fire's raining down. Ain't no fire raining down. He ain't say he was raining down fire on Babylon, nigga. No, he did not. No, he did not. Because he's not raining fire down on Babylon. Babylon's going to be consumed in the midst of fire. But it wasn't the Lord that rained it down. The Lord brought the fire because the Lord is the fire. And whoever the fuck he decides he puts it in, well, there you have it, nigga. A fire is a fire. You know what I'm saying? Listen. You see what that dude did at that warehouse, which is crazy, by the way, right? But like they said, one little match, was it him that did that, took that whole building out? No, he ain't take that whole building out. Fire did. The spirit of, he started it, so he's a bit, man, listen. Sometimes you can start a fire and that shit can just blow right out. It ain't had to catch everything. When the fire goes crazy like that inside a warehouse with no wind, that thing went up in flames quick with no wind inside. Like when somebody open a breezeway doors or something. That's called the spirit of fire. The spirit of fire takes over. When you see that thing, remember the tornado? Remember that tornado fire you saw in Cali when it was going around and it left certain people's houses untouched? That's because that's the spirit of fire. That's the Lord, nigga. Don't worry about how the Lord operating. Don't worry. The Lord said, get it started, nigga, so I can finish it. You worrying about who operating with the Lord. You ready to point fingers on who ready to get it popping with the Most High, right? Understand the Lord, then you'll understand the spirit of fire. If you don't understand the spirit of fire, then you don't understand God, nor what he wants in these times. He also told me some things too, and he told me he was going to be doing it, but it ain't just going to be his people who's going to be using to do that. And what's that? Destroy the crops. Nigga, he even say he's going to use locusts to destroy crops. So he could use Esau even. He can use the Israelites. He can use Chinese. He can use whatever he want to destroy your crops. You sound like you having he ain't destroying my crops. He making them grow like crazy. He told me to grow it. You think he going to destroy something he told me to grow? Really? You got to understand what this is for you right now. Moments like this. Think about this. When everything fails, See, I'm a nigga that was locked up before, so I get it. Nigga, you gonna need commissary when you in there. Because first of all, your book money might not get on the books till next Tuesday. What you gonna do this week? You gotta beg and borrow. You gotta give away your lunch, your breakfast. So you don't like the breakfast? You don't like getting up early? Well, your ass better get up today. You better get up and get that trade or give it to somebody for a phone call or something, nigga. You better get some trades going on, nigga. You better do it. You ain't got money to use. So what you got? All you got is your food. That's it. You ain't got no respect in that month. You ain't got no phone calls. You ain't got nothing. But they gotta feed you, so that's all you got. So say you eating 2 meals a day. Well, you got 1 meal you can give up every day. 7 days in a week. You might get up 7 times for nothing, you feeling like. Nah, you ain't getting up to eat breakfast. You're getting up to make deals. That's what you're getting up for. Yo, I give you my breakfast if you let me get 2 of your phone calls on your next call. Because my SBI ain't came in yet. My joint ain't on the number. I need to call my folks. But y'all don't be thinking. You got niggas that know they can't call nobody, can't get an operation going, and then you don't want breakfast in the morning. You stay in the joint, sleep in the cell. You a dumb nigga. You a dumb nigga. You supposed to get up and utilize what you got before you ain't got nothing. And you'll be sitting in the same cycle, waiting to get a phone call, waiting to get money on your books. Why? Because people gonna argue and fight over the phones, dog. The first thing that I can help a lot of you chump niggas when you go to jail, if you ever went to jail and niggas is pushing you away, you don't want no smoke because you trying to get the phone, but you know, niggas for the phone, dog. Listen, look, somebody like me, look, bro, look, I don't care about all that badass shit. I'm gonna knock you out too. But I come up approaching them real smooth, like, yo, nigga deal, dog. Like, yo, you got the phone first? No, I ain't got it. Who got it? Oh, he got it? Oh, he got it. All right. So he already saw me talking to you. So now I go over there to him. This is called politicking, bro. You better know what you're doing. Right? All right. I know it's a lot. This ain't going to be useful for a lot of you. You go over there, you talk to him, you say, hey, look, bro, I see that you get the phone first all the time. You must be the dude or something, right? Be like, yo, you want some extra breakfast or something? Shit, yeah, I'll take your breakfast. What's up? What you want? He ready to give you that call, dog. Well, all I need is like 3 minutes. You got anybody on your phone that can like 3-way or... Of course he got it, dog. He got niggas outside doing... I'll be... As soon as I get that line, I'm going to call my mans now. Now you going to see... Now that I got some outside contact, I got power in here now. Because he about to make all these phone calls for whoever in here need it. Yo, my boy going to let any nigga that ain't getting no phone call, raise your hand. How long you been in here? We starting by the weeks. Oh, you been here 2 weeks? How about you? You last week? Okay. We doing the 2-week nigga first. Order on out. My man's going to use the car. Y'all niggas don't owe me nothing. You know what we ended up doing? Gathering so many people. There was only 2 phones in there. That one phone now belongs to us. We came together in a group, collected it. Why? One nigga was able to make it happen. Sometimes it's not using your balls and your muscle. It's using your brain, dog. And you better use what you got to get what you want. Women do it. And we ain't talking about sexual favors. If that's what it boiled down to, you really ain't got nothing. You don't. If only thing that you have is your nose or your hands. Nigga, everybody got that. What can you give me that's going to help me? That's going to keep me alive. Keep me and survive. Giving me some coochie ain't going to help me survive. It's not. Giving you some dick ain't going to help you survive, lady. It's not. You might just feel like it is. But let me tell you something. You get too attached to those things, and when they pull out of your hands, you feel like it's the end of the world. And nothing can serve you anymore. Because you see the weird shit y'all get attached to? You see what you try to utilize to get what you want? Niggas try to use money and game. Nigga, that's not going to buy you what you need. Sometimes the things you need just comes to you. You can't buy really what you need. Why? Because first of all, God said he supplied all your needs. Philippians 4:19. According to your righteousness and glory in Christ Jesus, right? God. So therefore, check this out. You shouldn't have to take care of your needs. If Philippians 4:19 says he supplies all your needs, but then he also says The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So therefore, you ain't got to want or need. You ain't got to want or need. I don't got to want or need, dog. I know we all got needs. Look, if I got to take a shit, like got to, the Lord won't let me do that. You get locked up in jail. I don't care if you was on death row. They gonna let you take a shit, dog. But ask them if they gonna let you smash something. Is that technically a need? Not unless you need that for children. For children, to bring forth children. That's the only need a man needs a woman for some coochie for. Vice versa. For children. And you are both 50% equal when it comes to bringing life forth to this planet. But y'all act like fucking kids. And you act like you don't want to take the responsibility of being a human being. So God said it's over. It's over. Because you won't supply his needs, which is his children. So it's fuck him. It's fuck his structure. Then it's fuck you all day. He's going to supply to the people and to the men and women that wanted to live in the sight of the Most High, right? In decency and in order and all that other stuff, right? And let's not go too far with what decency and order is. You stop trying to create the order. You go by the order of God that was putting in them words. If you can't find the text, then you just let it be a question mark. But you don't go out here pointing fingers on people where you ain't never seen this type of order. You said you want everything is done in decency and order, but in whose order? Who's making up the order here? You? No, you're not. The order's already in the Bible. You think that I'm making up order? I don't make up no order, dog. I don't have an order. If I had an order, trust me, y'all niggas gonna get fucked up in my shit. You gonna end up dead on my lick. I promise you, because I'm gonna be on some stupid shit. You would too. You don't know what you up against. None of us do. That's why you gotta let the Lord lead. See what I'm saying? But when we get up here and God puts his spirit of that leadership in us and he does what he do, you niggas is still looking at us. Like, what you looking at me for, bro? I am not the leader, you fool. I am not. I'm just another vessel like anybody else out here the Spirit of Christ is using to talk to y'all. You still can't get around this and that and the third. You looking at all this about me. Yo, if you ever come to my channel and you just worried about me and my personal life, how I think about things personally, if any of that shit affects you, anything that I say that I personally feel, if it affects you, jump off. You're not here for the message. I'm going to be me. You're not here to like me. You're not. You're here to be edified by the message. You're here to be drawn in even more by whatever it was I was speaking on that drawed you in. If you want me to speak on them topics more, or you feel like I'm going left field or I'm throwing you off, jump in the comment section. Say, yo, can we talk about this again? Sure, nigga, I'll give you 10 videos on that. You feel me? I got no problem. Because like I said, today we came up here and I told you, I said, I don't have a topic to speak on. But I mean, come on, dude, we live in the world. It's always something to talk about. And what I really wanted to speak on was the people who keep preaching this Isaiah 4:1 message. Oh, we're getting closer to them times where, 7 women gonna take a hold of one man. Y'all niggas is too focused on these fucking bitches. Damn. They shut up about these women. Shut up. I don't even want to hear nothing else. Just shut up. You niggas is crying. Where? Shut the fuck up, man. Damn. We get it. We don't got to talk about it and harp on and shit all day, every fucking day. I'm tired of that shit. That's why I don't talk about that shit much. Right? Like at all, if anything. Well, I do. Well, not really. Not the way they do. This ain't no red pill over here. But I understand. But it's like y'all doing so much of this in hopes that these women gonna come around. Nigga, they're not gonna come around. They're not gonna come around to their senses, dude. They're gonna go all the way to full-blown possession, and we're gonna kill them and get them up out of here, and they gonna die with they men, as the Bible says in Isaiah at the end of chapter 6. Right? Okay. So what are you worrying about dead women for? They're dead. Okay? So stop fantasizing what it's going to be like when they come around. Or nobody ain't coming around nothing till the blood hit the streets, fools. But you think somebody was supposed to make it hit the street. You're going to be sitting there with your hands out After you didn't put those motherfuckers to the plow, when all this shit smoke clears, you sitting there with your hands out and you ain't did a damn thing. The Lord said leave this place desolate. Who he was talking to? You fools that did nothing. You will be served last. Remember that. Dog. Remember that, bro. You didn't want to put no work in. He told you to judge this place. He told you to leave it desolate. He told you left without inhabitant, houses without man. He told you. But you couldn't get it, right? And you did nothing. So when the smoke clears, look. You think it's ladies first. It's going to be kings first. And sir, you're not a king. Okay? So you might as well be like a woman right now. You're good for nothing. You won't stand up and defend the community physically. You're good as a woman. You're about good as a woman in this community, in the apocalypse. You can't talk to me about this shit. We are equipped for what is getting ready to happen here. You guys, you sitting on fantasy land. Fantasy land. And if you're expecting the Lord to just grow crops out of nowhere, like I said, this, that, and the other, nigga, that wasn't here. In the midst of Jacob's trouble, the Lord ain't just growing crops for you out of nowhere. That shit happens in the wilderness where we will plant. We won't even have to dig a hole. As far as I can see, all we got to do is spread seeds. We don't got to dig no hole and we ain't got to water nothing. That's what the Lord said. He said he's going to take care of all that. And apparently it's going to grow fast and more than enough, right? So now I trust him. Hey, look, I ain't never seen nothing like that happen, but guess what? I ain't never seen nothing like happen, what's been happening to me in the last couple years, last couple days, last couple weeks. Just gonna have to trust him, dog. Feel me? Like, I'm telling you why I'm trusting him. He been doing so much that I'm like, bro, I didn't tell y'all that I found an e-bike the other day. A brand new e-bike with the keys in it, dog. It was still, literally, I was sitting around, I'm looking around like, yo, I ain't even, because when I saw the bike laying in the grass, I just told my brother, yo, pull over, because I collect bikes. I like bikes. Whether motorcycles, pedal bikes, all that, e-bike, nigga, come on, bro, right? I'm a BMX nigga too, right? Feel me? I do all kind of little bike tricks and all that. Anyway, so I see this bike laying there in the grass. I'm like, yo, bro, pull over. Let me get that. It had a nice little color to it. I like that. I was like, oh, shoot, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Got on the joint. I ain't know it was an e-bike. I thought it was a regular bike, a regular pedal bike. So I gets on the joint and I start regularly pedaling the joint. And I feel like, dog, this don't feel like a regular bike. Like, this bike feel like got a motor in it. Feel like it's got some power. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, dog, this don't look like a regular bike either. I'm like, yo, my brother was like, yo, is it ride good? I said, yeah, I think it's one of them little electrical things, whatever. I said, I could feel it in the pedal, like I'm pedaling, and the joint was on 0. I had no idea. But even with it on 0 and you pedaling, it's got a little bit of electricity going to it. So it's not the regular whine when you pedaling or whatever. So I'm going through the speeds or whatever. And I'm trying to, I'm changing gears and going up and down, and all that, right? Then I see this other little thing that looked like a gear changer. So I'm like, yo, what's this gear? And I try to hit that. And the joint went, one, took off. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, y'all. Oh, shit. I was doing like 25 miles an hour. Oh, shit. Dog. And the joint lasts long on the charge. I got 2 battery chargers already. I got 1 fast charge and 1 regular joint. Just in case I want to sleep on it tonight. You do the regular joint when you want a full battery, real charge, like a real charge. It holds more when you charge it with lower amps. Takes longer, but you get more power. Maybe ain't that much more power. I'm going to assume about 10 to 15%. Can't be too much. But other than that, take it back home. Go get you a fast charge. Charge that joint back up, man. We out. So I got 2 of them. Probably take one of them back. Might just keep the other one. But at the same time, I was admiring the crap out of these e-bikes so much I started hating the niggas that was coming through here. Everybody rolling on something electric. I seen a nigga come through here 40 miles an hour with electric sneakers. I'm like, nigga, what? Dog, those are not hilly skates. They're not. They can't be. The nigga came swooping around. Ooh. This nigga riding his sneakers. Bro, I'm like, yo, I looked at Shaw, I was like, bro, I don't even know what to say anymore. Why I can't be with the Jets? I'm over, what, I got motorcycles around, still gas power shit. I did tell the Lord I want one of them e-bikes. I wanted one, but then I started seeing how much they cost. And I was like, oh, hell no, dog. Hell no. Dude, the kind of e-bike that I got, when it came out, yeah, I wouldn't have bought that. I wouldn't have bought that. When it came out, I believe it was like either 14 or 1500 for this joint. It's brand new, not a scratch on it. Tires brand new. I can tell by the keys. Okay? Now I'm looking at it like, now, Lord, you gave me this joint? Oh, you know it's so. Man, I ain't been off that thing, bro. I'll be mad when it rains because I was like, damn, I ain't get a chance to take my e-bike out. I've been taking that joint out every single day, sometimes twice a day. And I'm riding for a good hour and a half to 2 hours. I go to the parks. I go to the lakes. I go everywhere. I be chilling by myself. I be this good. Yeah? Everybody in the town be seeing me riding around like, yo, you boy. They say, yo, why that nigga so happy, bro? I seen that nigga on his Ninja. Like, what? My man's across the street said, so what you want? You don't got the green one on? Nah, I still got that, bro. He said, yeah, I saw you riding the other day. What you thought I sold my motorcycle and bought an e-bike, nigga? You crazy, bro? I just took the transmission out. I'm about to get the transmission out. I just had one little stuck screw, but I just got to go get this stuck screw brought on. Might want to grab my boy to, because he got those tools. He got those tools that take out the stuck bolts. One stupid bolt, bro. The last one, you would figure, holding me up. Okay, so I got the whole assembly piece that I want to buy, but I'm not buying that yet till I get in that junk. Because I need to see what else is wrong in there, even though I know I chewed up some of the gears I showed you on that one video or whatever. But I'm just saying how the Lord's been blessing me. Why? Because we all got different tastes in life, right? God's going to give you the life that he knows is enjoyable to you. Okay, so he knows I like motorcycles and back roads and beautiful scenery and all that. Well, okay, then that's what he's going to do. Nigga, that's what he's been doing. And let me tell you something. That's my world. I love my world. I love the world that God put me in. I ain't got no problem with nobody else. Look, you saw me struggling up here. You saw me up here with the lights out. But dude, they came back on with all that bread that I never paid up. And it's still paid up. So for months. So think about it. I didn't even do it. Lord took care of it. Right? Why? Because he wants me to be at peace, dog. That's what I was talking about that peace shit. What about the people that's selling peace out there? Are they at peace right now? I bet you they're not. Because you wasn't doing what I told you to do. Y'all wanted to play against the grain. You wanted to play against Christ. When he told you, dumbass, he ain't coming to bring peace. And there you were. You getting in his way. You know what that's going to cause you? Unpeace. It's going to cause you chaos. You're supposed to get out here and speak what he told you to tell people to warn them. Are you warning them about peace, dog? He wants us to warn the people. Oh, let me warn y'all. Dude, there's peace coming. The fuck is wrong with y'all? And I told you, if you didn't stop doing that, he was going to turn up things in your life. And you know you didn't, so you know it did. And guess what? You gotta go through this course now. It ain't no, oh, I changed my mind. Oh, I'm ready to favor you, Lord. I'm gonna get back on track. Yeah, you're gonna get back on track, and you're gonna finish out this obstacle course. Because you put those obstacles there. When you were told what the Lord told you to preach on, he told you that he did not come to bring peace. And you out there preaching to the people that's what he coming to do. That's all I was telling y'all. And I said, dog, I said, you know what? He told me experience was going to be their greatest teacher. And he knows exactly how to break y'all ass. And I just didn't want that to happen to you. But I could see in the room that there are people going through that right now because they decided to get up here and sell the world peace versus giving them the warnings that God told us to. When Jesus said, this is the message that be preached upon the world and then shall the end come, that message was not about peace, dog. You see what I mean? So you want to keep claiming that you are Most High's favorite and you're doing him a favor. You ain't doing the Most High no favors. Out there preaching peace. Yes, it's good that we are going to be at peace. That's the only thing that's going to keep us at peace is if we preach, if we doing the work, the will of God, then we'll be at peace. Why don't you tell your people that? But part of this will is warning motherfuckers. You need to tell them that too, because if they ain't warning it, then you ain't doing the will. So what's the will again? What you going to do again? You going to go back out there? You going to keep teaching that peace shit? Then we going to have to tell you peace, because you ain't going to be around much longer. Till next time, it's your boy Don Calivinati. Peace. One love.